Live. Okay, everybody, here's how it works. You will not show up on the video. I'm the only one showing up. We will hear you if you talk, but we live on Facebook as well as here. And I thank you for coming on the video. It's really great for me like that. I don't feel like I'm leading a lecture and we can interact and talk. So if you are looking on Facebook, you're very welcome to come and join us on, where are we?
On Zoom.
On Zoom.
Yes, everyone, if you check out right before this live post, right underneath it, there is a post that has the Zoom link in the comments section. So you can join us at any time. That's
right. And we are live, we're giving people time to come. And today, the intention of today is to give you 7 ways to fine-tune your self-expression. So last week, I think it was, right, Abby?
Yeah.
We had, what was the exercise we did? We did an exercise where we had 10 questions for you to rate your self-expression. And the rating went from 30 to 80 something, right?
Yep.
So
that was so fun.
yeah, it's a really great exercise to do. And I believe we put it on Facebook. So if you haven't done it, just do it. It's a great preparation for the seminar that starts on Monday. And the aim of those videos is to give you a taste of the 4 sessions that are starting Monday. At what time, Abby?
It starts at 1:00 p.m. on Monday.
Eastern Standard Time for 4 sessions. It's 1 hour and 15 minutes, and it's all to give you access to being self-expressed. So today, we're going to fine-tune, right? So Clive is working with Abby and I and giving us all sort of goodies to give you. And one of his contribution was a definition of fine-tune. Fine-tuning. So in the dictionary of Oxford language, it says fine-tuning is making small adjustment to something in order to achieve the best or a desired performance. So that's what fine-tuning is. Let me read it again. To make small adjustments in order to achieve the best or in order to achieve a desired performance. So what we want to do here is the desired performance, right? Is being self-expressed. So anybody wants to share anything? If you were on the call last week, or if you want to share anything about your self-expression, what you notice, what you want to get from this call? Who, I don't know who was there. Abby, you were there. Clive, you were there. I think Jimmy, you were not.
I'm happy to share, Sophie.
Yeah, go ahead. What did you get from the exercise last week?
So the exercise was really, really fun. If you haven't done it, you should go watch the video and do it. I was shocked, honestly, at how low my score was. I thought that, I've been like working hard at a lot of things. And I think out of 100, I had something like 68. And what was really great about it was that I got to see where in my life, like which parts of my life did that score go down. So it gives me places to focus. I'm actually going to use it in the seminar to really focus on those areas of my life where I'm feeling that lack of self-expression and soul confidence.
Yeah. That's very good. I actually got an insight about Clive, go ahead. I didn't see your hand. Clive, go ahead.
I was going to say what I'm becoming more and more aware of is anytime I feel any kind of anxiety or any sort of negative emotion, I know that that's like a deterrent. It's like breathing in smoke, that you just know something is off. And so I'm doing my best to always keep my space and my environment clear, and pure, so that I can be in a position to download great ideas from infinite intelligence.
Great, Clive, powerful. And what I got from last call, everybody, was really strange. You know, it's strange, the insights you have sometimes, but it was about my health. I'm a few pounds overweight, and I always wonder, because it's so inconsistent with who I am. My spirit and my soul is so light, and my mind is so empty, and then I have those few extra pounds. And then I realized it was a question of self-expression and soul expression lacking in my relationship to people socially. When I go into the ordinary world, like ordinary meaning not the kind of conversation we have here, but the world where people are sleepwalking and they have priorities that are not mine, like, you know, looking good or being inauthentic, it's a little bit hard for me. So how I withhold and protect myself is by this extra weight. And I realized if I am soul expressed and self-expressed, and I generate the courage to be that, whatever their opinion and judgments are of me, even if they find me very weird, because obviously I have different priorities than most people, I won't need to have the extra weight. So I've already lost 4 pounds in 1 week, thanks to the call and the exercise we had last week. So I'm very happy. Who knew that working on self-expression will resolve my weight problem? Yay. All right. So today is really creating a structure for your self-expression to arise, right? We're not going to work on your self-expression directly. I'm going to give you 7 tips to create a structure for success. So I want you to imagine you building a space, a castle, a home, inside of which your self-expression can naturally arise. Okay? And they're very diverse, and you can practice them at your own rhythm, but in my experience, this is what is important. So the first thing is you need to stop believing your thoughts, your judgment, and your opinions. All right. So it doesn't mean you don't have opinion. It doesn't mean you don't have judgment. It doesn't mean you don't have thoughts. It means stop believing them as if they were the truth. So if you have a thought, for example, oh, I look stupid right now, just let yourself hear it and imagine that somebody in ancient Greece had exactly the same thought. And since ancient Greece to you having the thought, there was billions of people having the same thoughts. So it's not yours. You can choose to believe it or not. And if you choose from the vat of thoughts there is, if you imagine the air we breathe is filled with thoughts, could you choose another thought that will empower you instead of this one? So it sounds very simplistic, but I promise you, if you feel constrained, agitated, heavy, look for the thought you believe in and give that up. First tip. Any comments or question about that one? If you do, just raise your hand or unmute yourself and ask me, right? And Abby's checking Facebook to see if anybody comments. But that's the most important. We remember what a beginner's mind is what Socrates said. The only thing I know is that I know nothing. So, and definitely not the truth. So don't believe your thoughts, your opinion, your views, your judgments. Just question everything. Clive?
I think what's important, what I'm realizing is that your thoughts are actually dependent on who you associate with to a degree, or what media you consume. And so if you're surrounded by uplifting people, you're likely to attract
Okay,
those kinds of
you're
thoughts?
going too fast. That's my second point.
Okay, sorry.
But no, your thoughts are not that much. They are, I don't know if it's, yes, your thoughts are influenced by the culture you operate inside of and what you surround yourself with. But it also, there is some other source of thoughts, right? So that's too long of a conversation to have. But definitely, my second point that Clive brought in is whatever you feed your mind with. So everybody, we have a brain creates minds. And there is two kinds of mind. There is the conscious mind that is connected to your soul and the quantum world and the divine, where you can have intuition and guidance and you download messages and it's really clean and clear. And then there is an automatic mind, which is not connected to the spiritual. And this automatic mind, as it doesn't feed from the spiritual, it feeds from the external world that we have created. Meaning, any noise surrounding you, television, news, social media, alerts, digital puffs, excessive social media, very loud, aggressive music, what a conversation that are filled with complaints and opinion, resentment, hatred, movies that you watch with violence, scatological language. If the automatic mind is being fed this kind of food, you can say goodbye to your soul expression. It should be logical to you, right? Either you're going to feed on the energy of the spiritual or you're going to feed on the external world energy. Two very different results, but your mind needs energy. Which one are you going to choose? So my invitation is to bring awareness to what you're feeding your mind. For example, if I watch a series and it's too low level of consciousness, I will stop because I know my sleep will be disturbed. Okay? I don't listen to the news. I read the headlines so that I'm still in touch with the world. But I read headlines of different newspapers so that I can cross them and not be at the effect of one opinion. But I'm very careful. The higher you go in the level of consciousness, the more vulnerable you will be to external, what was called propaganda. Everything is a propaganda, right? So you have to bring a lot of awareness. The third one, which is one of my favorite ones, is to really, with a lot of awareness, nurture your human. So for those of you that haven't been with me very often, you want to know that my favorite quote in the world is that you're not a human being having a spiritual experience, you are a spiritual being having a human experience. So you have a human, you are not your human. You are a soul and you have a human. And part of creating a space for your soul expression to arise is to nurture your human. Beautiful music, uplifting conversation, a home environment that pleases you and elevates you, walks in nature, inspirational books, movies, hobbies that nurture you, activity you enjoy, beautiful, great food, animals, beauty, whatever will nurture you. It is one of the most important, a massage, facial, I mean, whatever it is that gives you the experience of being nurtured as a human. And that elevates you, bring lightness. And you can create it as a gift. You know, when I play music, it's a gift. I create everything I do to nurture my human as a gift. It's very important. Okay, so we have 3. Fourth one, and it's not in order, right? I kind of put them all together. One of the essential practice to create the space for soul expression is kindness. So, what is kindness? Kindness. It's seeing another human being as a human being, not as a thing, not as a thing to survive, not as a thing to dominate, to see him as a soul, to see the human and to have the generosity of not calling them on their flaws, not pointing out their weaknesses, but always relating to the gold in them. Kindness is holding the hand of somebody that needs support to cross the street. Kindness is normally in the small gesture of everyday life. So if you ask yourself 2 or 3 times a day, who can I be kind with today? You will experience an opening in your space for your soul expression to arise. And kindness is something you can practice, because inside of our survival mechanism and our sleepwalking state, kindness is about the least of our concerns. But kindness will uplift you and connect you straight away with your soul. All right, the 5th fine-tuning to create the space for your soul expression to arise is other people. It's communities. We did it, we talked about it last week, but friendship, people that have authentic conversation, are committed to being elevated, are committed to being kind, uplifting group activities, any community that makes your soul sing, that nurtures you. It is necessary to give up the illusion that you can do it by yourself. Now, here's a paradox. When I was talking to you about the 3rd one, which was to nurture your human, you need time by yourself. You need aloneness, right? Like meditation or whatever, nurture you. But you also need communities and activities with other people due to the interrelatedness of the whole universe. You cannot be only on your own. And to be able to have both, you need to give up any view, any feeling you have of scarcity. You can have it all. You can have extraordinary communities, extraordinary groups you are interacting with, and alone time. One doesn't exclude the other. All right, the number 6 is laughter. Now, when I feel down, I go to watch videos of little children laughing. All I need to do is hear the laughter of a child, and I am inspired and elevated straight away. I laugh. somebody is bad with you, find something to love. If you can get the absurdity of human being against each other, love. Anything can be, the absurdity can be found in anything. And absurdity, when you realize that you got caught into it, that is really funny. Right? So the laughter I'm talking about is really the laughter that you get from the Dalai Lama. I was lucky to listen to him quite a few times, and he laughs all the time at the absurdity of the sleepwalkers. With love, with absolutely no arrogance and no despising anything, he just delights at the absurdity of what it is to be a human being. So part of creating the space for soul expression is to get in contact with that absurdity. And absurdity can be a word that reactivates you, but it's not at all what I mean. It is the, I don't know another word for it, but it is the equivalent of saying to somebody, would you like to suffer or would you like to be alive? And the person takes the time to think about it. Right? That would be absurd. You see, that's it. I see all of you laughing, right? That's the kind of absurdity I'm talking about. All right, and the last one, I cheated on the last one, it's the seventh one, because there is 5 ways of being that you can practice on an ongoing basis to make sure that your space stays clear, very clear. Okay? So the first one is integrity. And integrity allows for simplicity and ease. Integrity is managing the material world so that you don't have any concerns of worry, right? Have enough money to pay your bills, drive at the right speed limit, do what you say by when you said you will do it. Then there is integrity. And if you manage that integrity, it will allow you to go to the ultimate integrity, which is to be true to yourself. Okay? So I recommend you inquire into integrity, you read about integrity, you practice integrity, and it starts on the basic, simple level of doing what you said you will do by when you said you will do it. The second one I've told you already is kindness and care. Right? Practice caring and kindness. It includes compassion, generosity, forgiveness, so that people's needs are met. No one is left out. You know, imagine your life and your day if you, when you meet people, you ask, what are your needs? What do you need? That's a great question, because maybe you can give them what they need so that they can relax quite easily. Right? The third one is gratitude. So you can practice gratitude. It's really is a possibility of peace on the planet for me, gratitude, because did you ever meet somebody that was filled with gratitude and joy and wanted to kill someone? No, if you feel with gratitude and joy, you're not going to attack somebody else, right? You're going to be so grateful. So it includes the disappearance of anxiety, peace, harmony, and being present to the mystery of life. And when you're grateful, beauty naturally arises around you. The fourth distinction to practice is spiritual awareness. And that is what we will talk about in the seminar. It's for your soul essence to be expressed on the material plane as a human. It includes curiosity, the experience of oneness, intuition, authentic power, imagination. It is the irresistible experience of the sacred and the divine. Okay, so for your soul to be expressed, you do need a relationship and spiritual awareness. And the last thing is cohesiveness. So cohesiveness, it includes cooperation, collaboration, equanimity, teamwork. And we go back to what I said earlier. You need a community around you. Unity, equity, fairness, balance, that's cohesiveness. So let me read them again to you, the five. It's integrity, care, gratitude, spiritual awareness, cohesiveness. Right? And I'll go through the 7 fine-tuning points. The first one is don't believe your thought. The second one is watch what you feed your mind. The third one is nurture your human. Fourth one is practice kindness. Fifth is communities, people, groups. 6 is laughter. And 7 is practice. The 5 distinction I gave you. So everybody, let me hear from you. What are you present to? Where are you at? Share with me.
I think I'm really getting that how important it is. I mean, we come back to this a lot, but just how important it is to keep your space clear. It's like, you don't have to get to intuition. It's there. Intuition is there. It's always present. But really what gets in the way is like unclear space, whether it's thoughts or a lack of integrity or, you know, a whole variety of things. So I'm really getting that importance of consistently keeping my space clear.
Abby, this is a whole secret to engage in the spiritual journey, right? I remember in 2009, I meditated and I had an experience that the light that I was seeing couldn't go through my body because I had eaten meat.
Oh, wow.
So I gave up eating meat. And then since then, the light can reach all my cells, right? So a spiritual journey is always giving up something. It's not getting somewhere. Because you are already divine, you already have everything. There is just barriers that those are the ones you need to give up. Very profound, Abby. Thank you. Anybody else? All right, everybody. Well, I am looking forward. You still have time to register, right, Abby? Oh, Clive, go ahead, Clive. And then, Abby, if you could just redo the dates, the seminar, and all that after that. Clive?
I was going to say that, you know, what this reminds me of is if say you're on a cruise and you go to a banquet and you see all these different foods available, you would be very selective. I mean, if you care about your health, you would be very selective in which foods you would choose. And I think, you know, we're presented every day with all these thoughts, and if we can choose our thoughts that nurture us, and, you know, just exactly what you shared on this call, if we could choose just those thoughts, that provides the pathway to, I think, definitely what I'm seeking, and I presume what others are seeking.
Great. Great. All right, Abby, the ball is in your camp. Tell everybody about the time, days, and how to register in the seminar.
Hey, everyone. Thanks for being here. So the self-confidence seminar is coming right up. It's starting on Monday. It's going to be really fun. We already have a really fun group. And the seminars are very interactive. So Sophie shares about the topic of how to have more self-confidence, soul confidence in your life, soul expression in your life, but they are very interactive. Everyone gets to ask questions and share and communicate with each other. So this starts Monday, July 10th. It's 4 Mondays in a row, all through July. So it's July 10th, 17th, 24th, and 31st. And it's at 1 p.m. Eastern, those 4 days. So we'd love to have you. It's such a fun seminar. And we have 3 price options for you to choose from so that it can fit your budget well. It's very important to stay in community and do this work together to stay clear, so we can stay clear and have access to our intuition.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for being on the call. Please share with your communities, like, share, invite people to come. The more, the merrier. I love you very much, and I'll see most of you on Monday.
That's right.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. So nice to have you.